The universe of motorcycles has become a quiet, polite and terrifyingly competent place. It is a world of whisper quiet thrust, of bikes that think for you, of suspension that reads the road like a psychic, and eliminates all struggle. This is a sterile heaven, and into this velvet silence, Suzuki drops a hand grenade made of pig iron and bad intentions. Forget the future. The 2026 Suzuki Boulevard M95 is a deliberate, glorious and screamingly loud step backward into a more honest kind of madness. This machine is not engineered. It is exhumed. It is a brute force artifact from a timeline where computing power meant cubic inches and traction control was the hair on your chest. It doesn't care about your algorithms. It communicates in a language of vibration and thunder, a primal dialect, felt in the feelings of your teeth and the hollow of your chest. To even look at it is to understand that every rule written in the last decade about emissions, noise, and efficiency has been not just broken, but used as kindling for a very large, very satisfying bonfire. The shock begins with a sound so profoundly incorrect. For the year 2026, it feels like a temporal anomaly in an era of electric words and synthesized audio tracks. The M95 starts with a sound that can only be described as geological. It is the deep, lazy, oil-rich ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk of a twin firing order so uneven, it seems to stagger. It isn't the clean, precise bang of modern combustion. It's a wet, fatty, combustible thud that promises not horsepower, but torque in biblical quantities. It smells of hot metal and unburned hydrocarbons. It vibrates at idle like a dog dreaming of the chase. This is not a sound designed by acousticians in a lab. This is the sound of air and fuel being beaten into submission. Inside two cavernous cylinders, it is a disruptive antisocial noise, and it is the most beautiful declaration of war ever uttered from an exhaust pipe. And what exhaust pipes they are. They are not hidden, not integrated, not clever. They are two perfectly straight shotgun blunderbuss barrels of chrome, each one as wide as a grapefruit, running the full length of the bike in a blatant, unapologetic middle finger to aerodynamic efficiency. They exist for one reason: to release the thunderclap of that massive V-twin with zero filtration, zero compromise, and maximum violence. When you roll the throttle, the lazy chug erupts into a sound that shreds the very concept of background noise. It is a roar that consumes silence, a bellow that rattles shop windows and sets off car alarms, not as a byproduct but as a feature. This is the audio footprint of a dinosaur that didn't get the extinction memo, and it is coming down your street. The engine itself is not so much a component as it is the foundational bedrock of the entire machine. The 2500cc V-twin is a monument to displacement over cleverness. In a world chasing horsepower per liter, the M95 pursues torque per square mile. Its power delivery isn't a curve on a graph. It's a tidal wave from just above idle. A vast oceanic swell of force simply picks up the entire motorcycle and hurls it down the road. There is no peak, no power band, just an Everest-wide plateau of relentless shove that feels less like acceleration and more like the landscape itself is tilting downward. It doesn't accelerate, it displaces atmosphere. The sensation is visceral, analog, and utterly intoxicating. You are not riding a machine. You are clinging to a controlled explosion. This force is connected to the rear wheel by a drive shaft so stout, so unyielding it feels like a solid bar of steel. Running from the engine to the differential, there is no slop, no cush drive gentle enough to matter. When that tidal wave of torque hits, the shaft transmits it with a direct, mechanical thump that you feel in your spine. This is the polar opposite of the wireless, silent power delivery of its contemporaries. This is a physical metal-on-metal connection, a tangible chain of cause and effect that makes you a participant in the violence, not just a passenger. You feel every combustion event, every ounce of force translated directly into motion. It is brutally honest, and in its honesty, it is profoundly thrilling. They have somehow made raw, unassisted steel feel like a revolutionary material. The frame is a minimalist arrangement of thick painted tubes that look like they were borrowed from a bridge construction site. There is no carbon fiber, no graphene, no shape memory alloys. There is iron and paint. The suspension is a set of classic cartridge forks, and twin shocks out back, adjustable only by a wrench and a strong arm. They are not smart. They do not read the road. They react to it, transmitting every nuance of the asphalt directly to your body. You feel every crack, every seam, every imperfection. This is not a flaw. It is the point. The M95 doesn't isolate you from the journey. It insists you feel every single inch of it. It is a conversation with the road, conducted in a language of vibration and feedback. The braking system is an exercise in glorious overkill. It uses steel-braided lines, master cylinders the size of shot glasses, and brake discs so large and thick. They look like they were salvaged from a locomotive. There are no cornering ABS protocols, no lean angle sensitivity. There is just pure unadulterated clamping force. Squeeze the lever in two 4-piston calipers. Bite down on those massive rotors with the simple, devastating finality of a bear trap. It is not a modulated electronic nanny. It is a raw physical command to stop, delivered with a squeal and a smell of hot brake pad that is as ancient as it is effective. It demands respect, skill, and a strong hand. Every single detail is a testament to a philosophy of reduction. The speedometer is a single analog dial. The turn signals are standard bulbs. The foot pegs are simple rubber-topped metal. There is no ride mode selector, no touchscreen, no holographic display. The only interface is between your hands. Your feet, the throttle, and the road. This stripping away of complexity is the most radical statement of all. In an age of digital overload, the M95 offers a profound clarity. It is a machine with nothing to hide behind, no software to blame its personality. Its flaws, its monumental character are all laid bare and cold. Hard steel, it is terrifyingly transparent. To ride the M95 is to engage in a constant, physical wrestling match with physics. The handlebars pull with the engine's torque. The seat vibrates, the pegs transmit the road song. You are actively managing a living, breathing, exploding piece of machinery. It demands your attention, your muscle, your involvement. It is exhausting, it is demanding. It is the absolute antithesis of the autonomous, effortless glide promised by the future, and in that exhausting, demanding struggle lies its perverse, irresistible magic. It doesn't just move you, it changes you. It makes you sweat, it makes you focus. It makes you feel alive in a way that sterile confidence simply cannot.